good afternoon.
Everything is going good. What about you?
I'm also doing great, fantastic meeting you. And of course, after a long time we meet actually. I've lots of schedules. Sometimes, I'm knocking you and you say I'm only free in daytime. Thinking that I'm free in daytime today. So why not I make a conversation with you because you're knocking me some times ago. And one of the amazing part is I watch your video with Jadu and over I'm interested to have a conversation with you, but I forgot for some days. But in Skype I found you that you text me, so it happens sometimes. We are dreaming to have a conversation with someone and suddenly we have a conversation. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I also have watched your video with Jadu, and that time I thought I should have a conversation with you. So I dropped your message that if you're free, we can have a conversation. But unfortunately, our time was mismatching. When you were free, I was busy. When I was free, you were busy. But fortunately, today we're sparing time.
Yep. So at first, I know only your name, and I think your real name or not. But today, we're gonna know each other by introduction. And when you go somewhere, you have to must introduce yourself to get to know each other. So first of all, it's my turn to introduce myself. I think so. I'm Mehzabin Mowshi. I come from Bangladesh. If you tell about my qualification, in a small class, in sixth class, and I'm in a Bengali medium school, and it's hard for me to speak English, but I did somehow. So about my skills, if you tell, I'm just learning British accent, American accent, but currently I'm also trying to learn Canadian, which is very similar to American, but it has some differences. And what to do in my free time, what I love to do in my free time, of course, reciting in Bengali and anchoring in Bengali, in every video I tell, because I could speak also in Bengali very well, I think, as my native language. And if you think I'm interested in what, from my childhood, I'm interested in neuroscience, but I don't know why. I love to research and do everything because neuroscience is interesting. And I have a YouTube channel where I share my ideas of English with other people. Sometimes I do motivation because I think motivation is needed for English speaking. And over there, I upload many English related videos. My YouTube channel name is Mehzabin Mowshi, you know that. But for my audience, over who are new here, like in this video, many people will get new. So my YouTube channel name is Mehzabin Mowshi. It's not related to English, but over there, I upload English related videos. So that's all about myself. Could you please introduce yourself too?
Yeah, definitely. My name is Reena Sharma. I'm from India, living in Rajasthan. I have completed my qualification in BA. Nowadays, I'm running YouTube channel named called Masoom English Girl. That's all about me.
Is so great, and you're very older than me. And actually, you opened a YouTube channel. So when did you start your YouTube channel?
I have created my YouTube channel before 3 or 4 months ago.
3 or 4 months. It's just great. But I uploaded or make my YouTube channel like about years ago. And for some issues I couldn't upload videos, and I'm student, I have lots of things to do. And in this time, I'm regularly uploading conversation videos. At the same time I upload idioms, phrases, this such a thing, because I use a lot and I love to share with people. And another thing is I speak well, you could say, but I don't think that I'm a learner. We all are a learner. Many people say that I speak well, but don't take me as a teacher. And everyone, I'm telling in this video, I'm not a teacher, I'm just a learner. And if I made any mistakes before and I make any mistakes before, please forgive me, because I'm gonna tell Ron confidently and correct it later. This is my code to learn English fluently and confidently. Even when I was a child, that time my parents don't stop me when I tell Ron, madly speaking in English. They just tell my daughter could be learning English and somehow I go and they don't learn English and they don't speak English fluently and they don't recognize me what I'm doing. So this is the plus point and bonus tip for me to learn English, I think. So did you tell me? Could you tell me your strategy to learn English? Like my strategy to learn English is just listening power and practice. What about you?
I'm following four pillars, that is reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Because I don't have environment, so I'm following four pillars to improve this language. And by following that, maybe today I'm able to speak. So every single day I'm spending 30 minutes for every pillars. Like for reading, I'm spending 30 minutes for writing, listening, and speaking. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. I got it. So if you're focusing on these four pillars, I'm gonna tell you a tip. Again, I'm not a teacher, but I applied this tip in my daily life. Actually, read aloud. It improves your listening, in speaking and reading. These three will help you. And what about writing? What you read have to summarize it in just one page, not in what a big chapter is it, what a big article is it. You have to summarize it in one, and it concludes two idioms, only two phrases or two phrasal verbs, and it helps you to writing, speaking, and communicating, listening, and everything. Because when you're reading aloud, you're listening to yourself. First, your fluency are developing. Then you could see in your eyes reading every letters, every alphabet, every words, every sentences. That will help you, I think.
Yeah, that's what I do. Whenever I read out loud because I want to improve my pronunciation, and as well as reading helping me to expand my vocabulary. So every single day I'm spending my 30 minutes. So after completing my reading, I try to summarize. I feel that someone is sitting beside me and I'm explaining them that what I read from this book and what I learned from here.
This is a good point. When I was just in class 3, class 4, class 3, that time whenever I read, I used to go in the mirror or I used to go in front of the board and explain it, draw pictures, and do everything and explain it to myself. And sometimes, my mother gave me this idea whichever you read, many people memorize them, summarizing them, writing them, it's just boring. So I go in front of mirror and do everything. I explain to myself and note down the keywords. Even in my journal, I have a book, like an English storybook. That time, I used to mark the new sentence and words and phrases. And the next time, I used to Google it. And when I found that meaning, I used to, grow my English with them. And many people don't know how to capture this word from your brain, but it's depending on your eagerness. How could you study English, but I don't know how could I capture? It's naturally happened to me. So I'm gonna do pick a topic which is very important, especially for beginners, intermediate level, beginners level, and we are in that stage. It's past like 3 years or 4 years, and you too have many experience for learning this language. What have to do you tell? Like I'm in my past self, and this is a present self. What are you gonna tell to your past self that you have to learn English very fluently, like I'm telling you, what advice do you give to your past selves? Like in my past self, I don't know how to learn English. I don't know how to spell a word correctly. And how could you get into? We are very, at least, pretty fluent in English, and we both are very fluent in English, I think. And when we go to next level, we'll be very fluent this first. And people are watching this video and many people are beginners. What do you have to tell to them? What advice do you give? Like it may sound something giving advice to your past selves. What do you give advice to them?
Okay, so if you ask me that what beginners should do to learn this language, so I will say to them they should start from their room. In that room, in whatever room they are living, so first they should try to remember the all objects name like bed, bottle, and whatever object is available in their room, they should try to remember that. And after that, whenever they are doing any activities like brushing the teeth, so they should try to make the sentences that I'm brushing the teeth, now I'm going outside. And when they are outside, they should try to think in their mind that now I'm going outside and now I'm in a bus and I can see this, there are two boys, three boys. So such kind of activities they should do. In this way, they are going to train their brain to think in English. That's what I was doing in my initially level. First I try to remember all the words whatever available in my room and in my room. And after that, whatever I was doing, like having lunch, talking with the people, I was trying to think in my mind. And whenever I was having conversation in my native language, so when I was having conversation, that time I was doing that conversation in my native language. And after completing that conversation, I was trying to think that conversation in English, that if I'm having this conversation in English, so how I can say that. So in this way you are going to cover your personal and professional life. Whenever you have conversation, try to think that conversation in English. And after that, you should spend you 10 to 15 minutes for reading, as I already mentioned, because reading play vital role to become very fluent in this language, because that will help you to improve your pronunciation and that can help you to expand your vocabularies. And after that, you should try to listen, because listening and speaking goes hand in hand. So as much as possible, you can listen, try to listen and try to focus on that what you are listening. You don't have to focus on the timing, that you fix 10 minutes and 15 minutes for listening, but you are focusing on the timing. You don't have to focus on the timing, you have to focus on the content, that what you are listening, and try to grab the knowledge, like whatever phrases they are using, whatever vocabulary they are using, try to understand that. You don't have to remember every word meaning. If you are not able to understand the any particular word meaning, so try to understand that through context. If you are not able to understand, take help of AI application, or otherwise you can take help of Google. And apart from that, you should try to read something, because writing also very important. Because some people says that, ma'am, there are lots of tutor, they suggest that if you really want to speak this language fluently, start to convert your thoughts in English. But I don't know how to convert my thoughts in English. So for that, you should start to write something, because when you are writing something, that time you are pressurizing your brain to think in English, because before writing something we have to think in English. So in this way you are going to inculcate the habit of thinking. And apart from that, maybe start to speak. If you don't have any partner, you can create your own environment, you can do practice front of the mirror. That will help you a lot, that will help you to overcome with the hesitation and to boost your confidence. And nowadays we all have Android phones, so try to record yourself, because when you are recording yourself, after recording yourself, you can see yourself, that how you are looking, what's your body language, what's your gesture and posture, and you can rectify your mistakes and you can improve pronunciation. That's what I think. And what do you think about it? What advice would you like to give to your viewers?
Okay, so this is a long advice that you give, and you're translating in your mind. I don't pretty suggest that. I'm not in pact of that. I don't suggest that anymore. So my strategy, my advice to my past selves, if I tell to beginners, if I tell. So if I tell, first number one, they have to remove their fear. They have to remove their hesitation. What to do that? First of all, you say that we have to record ourselves, and mirror technique is important to look at yourself. To look at yourself, you could practice English, but hesitation happen when we talk in front of thousands, hundreds, and people. But it's completely a next level. You don't have to go in. If you go in the next level very easily, it's okay. But for beginners, if I tell to remove their fear, what you have to do is make many conversation videos without practicing. Believe me, you're not gonna improve. Many people tell that, but I'm hardly thinking of that. Without practicing, you couldn't learn English. I'm very fluent, but if I don't practice for a while, I won't be fluent in English for a month. And after years of practice, I'll forget again. For it, what I have to do is recording camera. So first of all, this point is gone. Fear remove, and when you're gonna perfectly remove the fear and gain confidence, the confidence have to be in this level, very high level, but not overconfidence that I'm gonna do it without any practice. This is because a very impact of your life. So what you have to do is just practice, but in a confidence level. And my next point is learn the way you love to do. Like, I'm gonna listen to the songs. This is a very favorite way of learning English. So what I have to do, I have to listen to optimistic English songs, and of course, not only listen to this, I have to read like reading aloud. I have to sing along with this song in different pronunciation. It's okay from native speakers around the world. But you're gonna learn many things. Many people study English, many people read English. They have to do is read aloud. Like me, for a book lover, it's easy to read aloud in the book. And many people suggest that listening to motivational podcasts is a very favorite tips for mine. When you're gonna listen to podcasts, when you're gonna develop our listening power, because we are not gonna see this in our eyes, we are not going to speak it, but we're listening it very carefully. And when it's come to my ear, listening is very powerful. As I say in my videos, that listening power is very important. And for child, it's very easy. And who are in adult or this level, no worries, that will be possible if you try and build up your eagerness to learn English. So this third point is leave slowly your comfort zone. Not actually quickly remove all the things and go in the next level is not pretty good. What I have to do is, in this next level, I'm speaking by myself, recording myself. Then what I'm gonna do is do conversation with an English learner, like Indian or Bangladesh or many people. I'm gonna do with an English learner. Then the next step is speak with a native English speaker. I know it's pretty of hesitation and nervousness again, but as I told you, it's a long journey. What I have to do is practice English with native speakers. Before that, I have to have a conversation with English learners. Then I have to do with native speakers. And the last tip is when you're very fluent in the beginner level, what I have to do is speaking in thousands and millions of people. This is a very, stucking tip when you speak public speaking. And many of you know I love to do public speaking. And as a kid, it's very easy for me. But who are born with those thoughts that public speaking is hard, this, all things is hard, then I'm going to tell you that note down the point and go on the stage. And the next level, what I have to do without notes, without any writing, what I have to do is just stand in the stage. Remove your comfort zone and stand in the stage. So that's my tips to learn English very fluently and confidently, because I help people, I share people how to speak confidently. This confident word is very popular nowadays because many people fear English. They're going apart from English. Some people are thinking that English is bad. It's a very crazy thinking. And what I have to do, English is a good way. And we have lots of internet, everything in home. We have many things. We have internet. Why don't you search in the internet how to search English? And you don't have to buy any books then if you have internet. So it was a nice conversation with you, ma'am. It's so, I'm just one bananas. I'm on cloud nine that you just explain all the things very easily. And one of the best thing is I love your English, probably.
Thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for your precious time because I was trying to connect with you from long time. And it was really good conversation with you.
Yes, it's on cloud nine as I told. So we spent a lot of time together. So have a great day. Bye bye.
Great day too. Bye bye.